What you are seeing right now is a broom standing up all by itself. Look, no one's touching it, nothing's moving. It's standing up all by itself. I can walk around it. You see, there's no one touching it. I'll even try to show you. It's hard to hold the computer and do this. Look, it's not moving. Isn't that so cool? That is something that you can do at home because of gravity. So, gravity is a really cool science thing that we didn't get to talk about. I'm going to do this lesson outside today, so hopefully you can see me okay and it's not too bright behind me. But gravity was first discovered by a scientist called Isaac Newton. And what he found out was that the reason that we can stand on the earth is that the earth has a pull to it. It has this mysterious force that pulls things to it. And so that broom doesn't fall over because it's pulling to the center of gravity. And the broom has its whole own story behind it that you can talk to your parents about. They can Google it, look up. But you can try to do that at home. See if you can get a broom to stand up by itself at home, because it is possible. So, do you guys remember when we learned and talked a little bit about astronauts in space? Astronauts wear what in space? Yes, they wear a spacesuit and a space helmet, right? Do you remember why they have to wear that helmet? It's the same reason why our letters can't go above the skyline. Yeah, because they can't breathe in space without it. They have to keep themselves safe, right? And then in their spacesuit and their mask, what are they doing? What are their bodies doing when they're in space? Yes, they're floating, kind of like they're flying, right? Are they walking on the ground in space? No, they're floating in space, okay? Because there's not the same gravity in space that's pulling them down. So that's why when you're in a spaceship, you are floating and you're not touching the ground, okay? So the reason that I can stand here and I can jump up and down is because of gravity. I have this little thimble thing, a spool of yarn thing. There's no yarn, it's just a toy. And this red thing right here. So if I set it on here, it's just going to sit on there, okay? But what happens is if I move it downward, it goes right to my hand because the gravity is pulling it down, okay? So, big bug. I also am going to show you something with two balls. I want you to do this at home, okay? I have two different objects. Now, this one is plastic and light. It's small. This one's a little bigger and it's wood. This is our wood 3D ball. You guys have touched this and felt this before. If I drop these at the same time, what do you think is going to happen? Okay, so we're going to test it out. Some of you think that they're going to drop at different times, like the heavy one's going to hit the ground first. Some of you think they're going to fall and drop at the same time. Now, I want to tell you a secret. Because of gravity, two objects that are different can fall at the same time, even though we wouldn't expect it to. I wouldn't expect them to fall at the same time. I would think something heavier would fall faster. But we're going to try it out and see. And then at home, you can pick two objects, maybe a ball and a rock or something else, and you can drop them and you can see which one falls the fastest or if they both fall the same, okay? So I'm going to turn my computer so you can see this, and I'm going to drop them, and we're going to try to see. I don't know that you'll be able to see them land, but we'll try. All right, you ready? And there they are down there. All right, I didn't get to see what happened on the computer, but they both hit the ground at the same time. Both of them, they're at the ground at the same time. So at home, I want you to experiment with gravity. I want you to get some toys, get some rocks, some sticks, and I want you to take 2 items and I want you to stand up and drop them and see what happens when they hit the ground, okay? Maybe some will be different, maybe some will be the same. This is a fun way for you to experiment with gravity a little bit and observe what happens, and you can make predictions. This is really good for our science brain to do these things. So I want you to find a whole bunch of stuff and I want you to test them out. And then if you want to send it to me, send me pictures or videos of you testing out gravity by dropping things onto the ground to see how they fall, okay? And remember, the reason that we can stand on the earth and that I can jump and come back down is because of gravity. Because if we didn't have gravity, we would all fly away. We don't want to fly away. We like being grounded. All right. This is a short video today. There's a reading video I want you to watch that I did because we're going to start an animal project and I really want you to know about it. So read the book with me I did about animals. And also I'm going to share some cool science videos today that you can watch as well about gravity that will be really fun for your brain. And it'll show things way better than I can at my house because I just don't have a lot of options here. Thanks for hanging out with me and doing a little gravity experiment with me. I will see you all soon.